What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Coco Sassy, and you're listening to The Coco Sassy Show. And yo, I'm so freaking excited. I don't know what to do right now, y'all. I'm sitting in my closet. Yeah, I'm in my closet recording my first podcast, and I'm so excited. Like, that is a blessing. Like, I'm actually doing something I love, something that I'm passionate about. That's crazy. Like, it took forever, but that's cool. I'm doing it. So, y'all, I just want to first tell y'all the mission and the purpose of this show. And I hope you guys, first, I want to say shout out to Avery also. I love you. That is my bro. He put together that theme song you heard in the intro. I love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you beyond measures. And I also want to say, part of that is the mission and the purpose of this show. I want to be able to set a platform for independent people to expose their gifts, better known as their passion, around the world. My goal is to research and find people who are talented and who are driven and have passion for whatever it is they do, whether it's an online boutique, whether it's producing music, whether it's a rapper, a singer, a dancer, whatever it is. I want to be able to create a platform for them to come and expose themselves, and the reason for all of this is because, this world is so filled with so much talent that goes unnoticed, and that kills me, especially for my black people. I'm so pro-black, it's not even funny. I see so many black people who are talented, but because they don't get in that limelight, they lose sight of their vision. And I can honestly say that was me. I wanted to be on the radio. I wanted to be on those waves, baby. You can't tell me that I could not get to a radio station and be on the radio. But guess what? It doesn't come easy, and it's not easy. People, look for certain things, and you may not be it in their eyes, but guess what? It's other people out here in the world who want to be able to, who can relate to you in some sort of way. So I wanted that limelight. And, I was like, bump that light. I'll create my own light. I'm going to start my own radio station. I want to start something where I can do it on my own and do it my own way. So, hey, that's what I did. And that's what I want to have other people to do. And I want to be a vessel. I want people to come on my show and say, hey, I want to be the next Beyonce, but, I want to start off doing something small. I want to come to your show, and I want to be able to expose my music. If you're a great singer and you can out-sing Beyonce, you cannot tell me you can't go and, put out your music on your own. You can't tell me you can't create your YouTube channel. I just don't understand. Some people want to sit and wait on things to happen instead of making things happen themselves. So, with all of that good stuff, I just want you guys to support me, help me to, spread the good news about this new upcoming show. So tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. You can find me on Instagram at The Coco Sassy. That's spelled TheKokoSassy. Or go on my website at www.TheKokoSassy.com. Also, you can write me on my email at stayintheknow@gmail.com. So, I'm going to try and do this show, and I'm not going to say try. I am. I'm going to drop a show every Monday at 7 p.m. Each and every Monday, there's going to be a new podcast, and I'm going to give you something different every single time. Period, point blank. I just got to. It wouldn't be right, right? So, every Monday at 7 p.m., the Coco Sassy Show will be dropped, okay? So I need you to tune in. If you can't listen right then, listen at another time. I don't care. Just make sure you listen and make sure you pass the word around and make sure you tell people I'm looking for people to interview right now. I'm so excited. Some people was like, yeah, I got you, and don't be really talking about nothing. But if you're talking about something you want to be on my show, you let me know. So without further ado, I just wanted to tell you guys about my life. Tell you about how I started college going to school to be a nurse and end up changing it to mass communications with a minor in marketing. From working in the internet, from working at a new radio station in Atlanta to going to an independent radio station, having my own show. From me basically not doing radio up until now, which has been about 2-3 years. So, as I was preparing for this show, which I've been preparing for I don't know how long now, I was like, yo, what I want this first show to be about. And I was like, hey, I want to tell these people about my life, how somebody is so passionate about something and it's like you on top and then you go down and then you back on top and then you're confused. You don't know what you really want to do or why you're here on this earth. So I want to first start off by telling you the story of me writing my first essay to get my internship. Okay, so like I was saying, I started college in 2008. I went to school at Middle Georgia College in Cochran, Georgia, and then I transferred to the University of West Georgia where I was a nursing major. And when I changed my major to mass communication, I met one of my closest friends to this day, and he was working for the internet radio station in Atlanta. I'm sorry, not internet. He was working for the newest radio station in Atlanta. And he was like, yo, I'm working with this new radio station in Atlanta. It's new, it's fresh, it's popping. Like, you want to be a radio personality, right? I was like, yeah, because he was a DJ, but he was like, yo, you need to get on. Like, I'm going to tell you what you need to do. And from there, you're going to have to, do it yourself. So I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, what I got to do? He was like, here's the information, go apply. So I went on there, I applied, and I seen that they requested a essay. So when you're in college, you already almost don't do your essays in a timely fashion. So I'm like, yo, I got to write an essay? What? He didn't tell me I had to write an essay. I think he probably did tell me I had to write an essay, but I was like, man, no. I was like, all right, cool. So the essay was, why do you wish to be in radio? So, it didn't take me nothing but probably about 30 minutes to get a good layout of just rough draft writing. And so I said, hey, I want to share that story with my listeners because it's a big part of my life as far as how I started, with the love for radio. So I was like, all right, cool. So the essay started like this, and it goes, a quote I live for says, overcome the nation that you must be regular. It robs you from the chance to be extraordinary. Radio has been a part of my life since the early ages of a toddler. I used to sit in the front seat riding with my mom, and my mom used to blast the radio. We used to be driving in that old school car. I'm probably 3 sitting in the front seat with a seatbelt on, just riding. Door bigger than me. And that was a little ad lib, sorry, but back to the essay. So this is when I began to catch the sound of music that helped me develop my rhythm I have today. I remember growing up, going to concerts and events in Atlanta, watching the hosts create fun in the atmosphere. And I would go home and imitate the show. I even dreamed about it, going to bed, listening to radio, waking up, getting ready for school, listening to the radio. On the bus, it didn't matter where I was, I always had my radio. Growing up in a single-parent home, I went off to college to get a degree in whatever makes the most money, instead of seeking out my passion in radio. I went to school for 3 years to become a nurse and got up to applying for my nursing school position and realized I was making the biggest mistake in my life. Nevertheless, I am the only person who could change that, and I did. I attended the University of Georgia as a senior, majoring in mass communication. I work at our internet radio station currently in the promotions department, but next semester I will be arranging a proposal for my own show for the Wolf Internet Radio to help me gain experience and become confident in the real world of radio. I have an amazing personality, being able to adapt in every situation, whether it's positive or negative. I love to meet new people. I'm open-minded. I love to learn. I have a passion for radio, soul, and determination. Willing and eager to be a radio personality. I have integrity, charisma, and creativity. I wish to be in radio to communicate with the world. As my friends would say, you always have so much to say. Radio is the only thing I can see myself doing. There is nothing else that fit me as who I am as a person. Blessed with this personality for a reason, I will not let my talent go to waste. I leave you with a serious quote from Grace Allen. Brains, integrity, and force may be all very well, but what you need is charm. Go ahead and work on your economic programs if you want to. I'll develop my radio personality. I wish to be in radio only because it's my passion. Aww. Y'all. Like, that was so sweet. That's like my first time reading that in so long. That is so sweet. Like, that's so sweet. So, that essay got me my internship. I made it. I was in there. And I was working. I was grinding. And some days I was broke as a joke, hungry, whatever the case may be. I did it. I was loving every minute of it. But I don't know if y'all paid attention to that part in the essay, but it said that my friends always say that you always got so much to say. And man, radio, boy, I was just like, my little mouth. I was young, and I was proud of what I was becoming and where I was at. Like, you can tell me nothing. And so my little mouth was just running, and my mouth ran me straight up out the internship. Like, I did so much running my mouth. Basically, because I feel like when people come to me and they say how they feel, I take on those feelings and then I try and make a atmosphere change. But in the radio world, nah, that don't work. That don't really work like that. So yeah, I got fired. My internship dropped me along with the rest of my friends. Whatever. Things happen, You learn from your mistakes. I learned that I cannot always open my mouth and say things all the time. But guess what? Now I got my own podcast and I can do that. Hey, do that. So yeah, so I lost that internship and I was like, I'm not quitting. I'm not going to quit. So I don't even know how. I think I met someone who knew that I wanted to do radio, and their cousin had a radio station, and it was like, yo, my cousin, he has his own radio station. It's an independent radio station in Atlanta. You should go and try and apply. So I was like, yo, I can do that. Let me see what this is talking about. So I went and I applied for the independent radio station, and, I got my own show. And at the time, it was called What You Talking About Radio Show. And I loved every minute of it, y'all. Like, that was something I just, it made me so excited, but also made me so frustrated because it wasn't my show. I had a vision for it. But because it wasn't my own business, I had to respect the business of the owners. Like, they wanted the shows to be a particular way. And so I did that, I did how they wanted me to do it. And then one day I woke up, I'm like, yo, I'm putting too much out, and I didn't feel like I was getting anything back in return. So I was like, yo, this ain't it. I'm going to have to leave. Like, there's no reason for me to still be here. Like, what am I doing? Like, I'm giving so much to the station, blood, sweat, and tears to the station, and I just felt like I wasn't getting nothing in return. So I got discouraged. I quit. I had a show. I really had a show that day, and I woke up and I was like, yo, that's it. I'm not letting nobody else take advantage of me. Like, I'm tired. Like, I'm not doing it. No. So I left. And I just didn't show up for work. And I left my own DJ. I left my co-host. And I left the station. And now that I look back on it, it was like, yo, you could have did that so much better. But I was so aggravated, and they was calling me like, yo, Coco, what's up? Like, what's going on? What can we do? I'm like, nah, I'm tired. I don't even want to be here no more. Like, but, you know, I love those guys, and even now to this day, I don't regret a second of it. Like, they really helped me get to where I am today. So that's all love, regardless. And hopefully, who knows, I might be back. But no, like, for real. So that was that. And so I set out about 2, 3, maybe 4 years of not doing radio, and I just wrote all of my thoughts down of things that I wanted to do. And when I decided that I was like, hey, I'm gonna do this podcast, I'm gonna start this business, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to start. I didn't even have a plan. I just knew that I was a boss and I had to get it done regardless. I was like, I got to get this done. No matter what it is, I have to get this done. So, I reached out to one of my cousins who went to school for mass communications, and she was hot. I mean, she was on it, god darn it. She was working at Cartoon Network, and she's so bad, she even got a company to create her a position. So when I got with my cousin, that was like the best thing in life, because not only is she a cousin, she's a sister, she's a best friend. She is a phenomenal person, and I was just like, hey, this is what I want to do. And she helped me start my business, Wonderland Denise Enterprises, LLC. And I just was like, all right, I want to start this podcast. I'm going to do it. I need some help. So for a while, you know, people can only help you but so much. And everything else is left up to you. So I waited. I waited so long because I was so scared and fearful of not being able to do what I really wanted to do. And I just want people to understand, and I want people to realize that whatever you're passionate about, feed it. If it's not anything but 10 minutes of your time a day, meditate on that thing. Think about it. Try and figure out ways. Get you a pen and pad and write it down. Write it down. Make it plain. Let God know that this is what you want to do. Because in everybody, there's something in you that is good. It's something in you that is something that creates your passion. God gave everybody a gift. What's your gift? What are you good at? Me? I'm good at getting people together. I'm good at finding the good in everyone. I'm good at communicating with people. I'm good at what my friends would say, running my mouth about something. And this podcast, I'm so thankful and excited about, because this is what I'm here to do. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I'm supposed to be going and finding people who are talented and gifted and who wants more but don't know how. I'm supposed to find those people and supposed to put them on this show to basically spread their business, their passion out to the rest of the world. And I'm going to do that. But I can't do that alone. I need you guys' support. So that's the story of my life. And I'm so excited. I just can't stop saying that. I'm just really so excited. And I just really want to thank you guys for taking this time out to listen to me. And I will be dropping another podcast soon. But this one, either it's going to be more so a video and a podcast at the same time. But also, I got a YouTube channel. It's The Coco Sassy. Make sure you go check that out. I have a video that's ancient. It's been up there forever, but I love it so much. Shout out to Creative Films. I love you. Yo, we've been grinding since Common Ground. And I definitely want to close out this show and say that I really, really wish my bro was here. Kwame, if y'all don't know him, he goes by Sneaker Q. Like, man, this is so emotional for me because me and him talked about this show. And he died last year. And when I got that call, man, when I got that phone call that Kwame had passed away, that killed me because he was the main one in my corner with this radio, like on me, like, Coco, what's up? What we doing? You know, I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. Whenever you're ready, I'm waiting on you. Like, we had plans, man. We had so many plans, and now he's not here anymore. So that it took me a while to get this podcast going. It took me so long because I was like, what am I going to do? Kwame's not here. He's not here no more. Like, all the connections that he had, we were in the process of building relationships with people. And now I can say he's an angel in the sky watching over me. And I'm quite sure he is just smiling down on me right now because I actually did it. And I'm so excited about it. And I want you guys to definitely give me your feedback. I love you. Shout out to all my friends. I love y'all, my family, even my associates. Shout out to the girls at Esco, my Escobar dolls. I love y'all with all my heart. Y'all are really my sisters. And, you know, I'm going to just keep it pushing. I'm going to keep it cooling, you know what I'm saying? I'm excited. Yo, I had got a little emotional. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Got a little emotional. But everybody who ever been in my corner, everyone who's ever looked out for me in some sort of way, form, or fashion, I love you. Thanks for supporting me. And now I am about to roll out. I gotta go, y'all. It's been real. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. It's your girl, Coco.